It's October, the beginning of fall. What does that mean to you if you're looking to buy or sell a home? I'm Karen Roth here with
Stephen Bello from Remax Integrity Leaders. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, what does the fall season mean to you as a buyer or seller? You know, we're coming off the summer months, right, Karen, which is very aggressive market. People are getting top dollar for their homes. They want to get their kids settled before school starts. So the market is an all-time high. Now we transition into the fall season. So where do you see the market as we enter the fall?
Well, what a lot of people do is they'll say, oh, I'm going to wait for spring. But that could actually be a downfall. Number one, interest rates. We are seeing an increase in interest rates. So that means that buyers can afford less. Now is a great time to buy because the interest rates are still low. When I bought my home, I paid 9.25%. What did you pay when you bought your first home? Do you remember?
Probably like close to 8%, maybe more.
So who would have thought that they would be under 3%?
Yeah, that's amazing. And it doesn't value the opportunity to spend a little bit more on a property because you're paying less on interest, and more money in your payments can go towards your capital, and it's a home run. But I'm a little concerned because interest rates, yes, they are still low, but how long will they remain low? You know, you look at all the economists in the market and what the projections are, it's not going to stay low forever. It has to end, right?
Well, they're saying that they're going to stay a little lower than what we know as the norm, under 4%. But with an election year coming up, hopefully that keeps them low, but the talk is that they are going to continue to rise. So if you're thinking about making a move, now is the time. Number two, full presentation for sellers. If you don't like showing your house a lot, what does the fall mean? Less people are looking. Also, less people are putting their homes on the market. Who looks at homes in the fall season?
People that have sold their homes in the summer and now need a place to go.
People that have to buy.
Yeah, it's a necessity.
Right. So once we hit November, and now we're getting into the holiday season, at that point, you're only getting serious buyers. There's no one that's going, oh, let's go take a look and see if we're interested in buying. The colder weather settles in, and it is a great time, if you don't want to show to a lot of people, to just get serious buyers into your home.
That's a good point, Karen, because people, once Thanksgiving hits, right, they're out there, they're doing their shopping, family gatherings, but the people that really are looking are serious buyers. So definitely a benefit. And definitely tap into your real estate professional and utilize their resources because they're there to support you and help you on your real estate journey.
So what about if you're selling in this market? I mean, the curb appeal isn't going to be as nice right now with the mums and everything.
Right.
It's pretty, but as we get closer to the winter months, we're going to see the curb appeal is not going to be as beautiful unless we get a nice little snowfall.
Yeah. Now I've seen some sellers for their buyers. You walk into the house, there's snow on the ground. The pool's closed, so you don't really get that visual. And many times the seller will have photographs laid out of what the home looks like during the summertime. But definitely it's a different vibe and a different feeling, right?
So what can you do to make the house inviting in these fall months is, of course, planting your mums. It's a minimal fee, gives it a little pop of color.
If you have a porch, you could really spruce that porch up. So first impression's critical. As you're walking in, have the porch decorated, and as they walk into your home, at least they get a good feel that, Karen, I call it pride and ownership. When I walk into a home with my buyers and details are followed to the letter. I was in a property the other night. She staged this home perfectly. From the dining room table being set, to candles burning, to the window being cracked in the master bedroom with the lace with the wind. And I thought, this individual really thought about first impressions in their home.
The experience, it's all
Yeah.
about presentation. And as a chef, you know all about presentation.
Yeah.
So now it's on a much larger scale, presenting your home,
Absolutely.
making the beds, which I always find that a lot of people will kind of make the bed. It's a minimal investment to go out and buy new sheets and a new comforter,
Yeah.
just
Some
fresh
pillows.
So it's a great investment and at a minimal cost to just make it look homey.
And the effort paid huge dividends. I mean, when I was at this house the other night, not in the backyard, you know, it's kind of out of season for pool, right? Some people still keep it open. Well, they left it open because they're selling their home. And they had the fountains going, and they had the lights on, and they had the music playing. And after touring this property, my buyer looked at me and said, I want this home. Do whatever you gotta do to get me this home. So the seller played it on point.
Exactly, because they made it an experience. So, sellers, it's possible. Consult your realtor. A good realtor is going to help you figure out how to stage your home in any season.
Absolutely, Karen. You know, you put a lot of effort into something, you get positive outcomes. That's the reality. Not only in real estate, in life.
Number 3, competition. So, what about the competition when you're buying a home in fall?
It seems to have settled down a little bit. This summer, as you know, open houses, lines down the block, multiple double-digit offers on one single property. So that's kind of subsiding a little bit. So as we come into the fall, the competition's not as fierce, which is a positive thing as it relates to the buyer.
Right. Now there are still multiple offers, but I think less and less people are willing to guarantee an entire appraisal gap. So they might be offering $60,000 over ask, but they're only guaranteeing $10,000.
Exactly.
Where they were guaranteeing the whole thing during the summer when there
That
was...
played a major factor this summer, right?
It really did.
Almost, you didn't get the deal unless you guarantee the appraisal.
Right, and it was crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Crazy numbers. Now the numbers are now up because those houses are closing, but people aren't guaranteeing as much, so it's going to start showing, I think, a little bit. Plus, as we said, less buyers are showing up to the property because people go into holiday mode and they'll go, oh, we'll wait for the spring. But people still have to sell and people still have to buy. Sellers that have to buy, people that are coming out of a lease and it doesn't make any sense to rent anymore because it costs you less to own.
Absolutely. If I was on the buyer's side, I would have rode out the summer months, and now is when I would have hit it hard, because I don't want to be in a mix of thousands of people and having to overbid, guarantee appraisals. So this is the time, especially for your buyers, to be aggressive out there and capitalize on less people looking to purchase a home.
Right. And the rates are still low. So now is the time. You can call either one of us. What's your number?
Stephen Bello at 631-943-7492.
Karen Roth, 631-355-0316. So don't fall behind. Let us help you make that move. I'm Karen Roth.
And I'm Stephen Bello.
From RE/MAX Integrity Leaders. We'll see you soon. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, and click the bell to be notified of my next post.